Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura. And have you ever gone to the mailbox and thought, geez, I wish there was something nice in the mail today? Well, I got my something nice in the mail today. My Quilty Box came in. Quilty Box is like a block of the month. However, it's a box of a month. It's full of quilting supplies. Let's see what's in it this month. I always get excited when it comes in. It's always nicely wrapped. A beautiful stack of Wilmington jelly rolls. That's always nice. Oh, I love this ruler. This is a X block ruler. I'm going to show you how to use it. That's awesome. A bottle of Best Pressed, and this is a great size because I can travel with this size. And a pattern to go with the ruler. I have enough here to make a nice little quilt. Let me show you how easy it is to use this ruler. What's fun with this ruler is it's designed to use the 2.5-inch strips we get in jelly rolls. And I have 3 strips here that I'm going to show you how easy it is to use this ruler. But I'll also show you how to make the same block just using a straight ruler. So the first thing you're going to do is take 3 long strips, the whole width of the fabric, and sew them together. Once you've sewn your 3 strips together, press the seams going all in the same direction. And you can see that there's lines in the ruler. Those lines are going to line up on the seam line. So the ruler is not going to go on straight, it's going to go on crooked. And you are going to cut out that shape. If you were to use a regular ruler, you'd have to have a ruler that has a 30-degree mark on it because it is a 30-degree line. So you would take your 30-degree angle and you're going to line it up on the seam, and then from there you'd be able to start and cut your squares. However, this just takes the guesswork out of it. So you're going to cut, move it over, and cut again, and go all the way down the entire strip, making sure that you keep the top to the top. If you turn it around the other way, it's going to give you a different shape block, which is great because that's a whole totally different pattern. But let's just start with a very basic one and cut all the way down. So out of that one long strip, I was able to get 7 of these cute little diagonal blocks and a pile of these little corners that were cut off. And this, when you turn them together and sew them, will make a beautiful border to go all the way around. So these are not going to go to waste. And to sew this block together, well, it's going to make a pinwheel when you put them together. If you start with it in the corner and turn it all the way around, you will see how the pinwheel will form. So you have this little bit of a pinwheel in the center. You can start with any one to go into the center. If you want, you can start with the blue to go in the center. You can also just have the blocks going all in the same direction. It's going to give you this stripe pattern. You can have one row going in the opposite direction, and you will end up with these long little stripes in the quilt. There are many ways that you can play with this block, and it can give you a lot of different looks. If you put them together as a pinwheel in the center, you end up with a secondary pinwheel on the other side, so you will have pinwheels that go all the way around the quilt. Now this is a perfect pattern to use up a whole roll of jelly rolls because all of the colors are going to coordinate and they're all going to blend together nicely, but you will still see the pattern that you created. So you can use the hard template plastic that's already designed for this, or you can use your 30-degree angle on your ruler. Anyway, you get to this block, well, it's a very quick and easy block, and it's great to use up a whole stack of jelly rolls. So now I have to get sewing and sew all of these strips together in 3 sets, and then I'm going to be able to make a cute little table runner. I'll put a link in the description to the Quilty Box, and as always, thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.